Happy Thanksgiving. It is about 35 degrees. Beautiful morning. Um, Pretty cold, though we got some snow and some ice a couple days ago. Hasn't quite all thawed out here, but it's a clear day and it's a beautiful day. And I'm realizing that it's been kind of a while since we've been able to give an update. And mostly that's been because we've just been so busy doing nights and weekends. For folks that are a little bit newer to our channel, we're building an off-grid barn dominium in Colorado, and my wife and I both work full-time, and we're doing a lot of the stuff ourselves, and it has been quite the project, but things are coming along over here. Just wanted to come on here and give kind of an update because it's been a while. Basically, since we got our concrete poured, we've been just running as fast as we can to get the interior framed out. We were super fortunate in that we've had a very warm November, which has been nice. We had to skirt our camper to make sure that our pipes didn't freeze because we had a couple cold snaps in October, and that's been, our redneck ingenuity has been holding up well. But yeah, basically all nights and weekends have been going towards the home build, and so haven't had a lot of time to post stuff or capture footage, but got kind of a down morning this morning, so I figured I'd give you guys an update. There's our view from the front porch. I don't know if you can see it super well from my camera, but yeah, walking up our porch. It has been so nice to have a concrete porch, and well, concrete on the inside of the house too, but it's made it feel so much more like a home. Our front door got installed. My sisters helped us stain it, and I think it turned out really well. Chelsea really likes it. I really like it too. I think it turned out really nice. I think we picked some interior doors for bedrooms and stuff that will kind of be complemented by the front door a bit. But like I said, everything has been going towards interior framing. We've been just going as fast and as hard as possible, trying to get the rooms laid out, framed out, get a wood stove in here, get some of this building insulated so that we can keep some of that heat, because winter in Colorado is pretty unforgiving. And so, yeah, this is what a lot of our nights and weekends have looked like basically in the month of November. So huge shout out to family and friends who came out and have helped us on Saturdays and random weeknights and stuff like that. It has been so huge to have people rally around us and help us put this house together. Yeah, so that's the update. Most of our rooms are framed out. We still need to put doors on, need to rough open the doors and stuff for whatnot, but we were kind of deciding whether to go with like standard height doors or 8-foot doors, and I think we've landed on 8-foot doors, and so I didn't want to rough out any of the doors until we figure that out, obviously, because that would need to be figured out. But yeah, that's kind of the update. You know, everything's a little bit harder in the winter, where we are able to draw off of our well, but since we're off grid and we don't have our solar set up yet, we're doing everything's kind of by generator. So we've got a generator by the camper that powers our stuff and our needs, and then we've got a generator up here at the build site to power our tools for the build and our well. We need to draw water out of it. You know, like I said, the colder temps, they just make everything a little bit more challenging. So like even keeping a hose from our, spigot to to our camper ends up being a challenge, because now you can't leave faucets on and you can't leave hoses bundled up because everything will freeze in the middle of the night. And so everything kind of becomes a little tweak and a little hack to give yourself a little bit more ingenuity to keep the things going that you need. So luckily we live on a slope, so it's all downhill from our well to our camper. So we can leave the hose drawn out. Once we close off the spigot, the hose will evacuate with water, so that won't freeze in there, because that's the biggest challenge. Is you get up, you need to fill the camper with water, and your hoses are all frozen, and so and they don't thaw out till midday, as long as they're not like covered in snow or ice. And so it's just like little things like that you have to tweak, that you have to keep constantly kind of improving. Because it was nice during the summer, and you kind of take it for granted when you've got our neighbor has been graciously letting us use his water basically since we moved out here full time, and keeping his hose on and connected to our camper so that there's no filling of our holding tank was so nice. And I definitely took that for granted, because once the temps drop and you're freezing, spigot heads and hoses and whatnot, and everything kind of has to be shut off and disconnected each time, man, you take for granted just having to hook up a hose and draw it out to your camper and fill up the 40-gallon holding tank. And if you're wondering how fast a family of 5 goes through 40 gallons of water, it's it's really quickly. So then that becomes a chore, filling up the water tank and all that. And so anyways, apologize for the lack of updates and stuff. That's what's going on around here. We've got just a super long list of projects, but we've been pushing it really hard to get this place framed out so that we can keep things moving along. And here in the next couple weeks, we should have an update for a wood stove, and we'll get our first phase of insulation in the ceiling. So we'll be pretty sealed up, and pretty soon our construction zone will be a whole lot more comfortable than our living situation. So anyways, thanks for following along. Glad you guys are on this journey with us. Let us know if you've done something like this. Let us know some of the things that worked for you, or if you want to leave us some encouragement, man, we'd super appreciate that. Other than that, happy Thanksgiving. Hope that your family time goes well. Eat lots of yummy food, watch some football, and I'll see you on the next one. See ya.